Running jokes! Hi, I'm Stephen Foster. I'm the writer and director of Ghost Stories and The Dub. And today we're going to be doing running jokes. Running joke is a joke that repeats several times through an episode or a series. There's another video that does callbacks. Callbacks only come back once or harken back to once. So this is one that repeats. There's a lot of them, so there's the videos in two parts. Y'all seem to really like the running jokes, so figured we'd talk about them. One more thing before we get started. And before we get started, yeah, we're not going to cover that. That's not a running joke. Ketro's Cry, Leo being Jewish, Momoko's Christianity, those things aren't running jokes to me. They're character traits. So don't look for those. There are some other running jokes that are series jokes of their own, so they have their own video. So, because the show's got a lot of jokes, so there are a lot of videos about it. Like I've confessed in other videos, the cast did not ad-lib the whole series. I ad-libbed the whole series, and the actors contributed some lines here and there. But I'm a writer, so it wasn't really ad-libbing, it was just writing really, really fast. But it's funny, the first running joke is one that I didn't come up with. It's one of the actors did, and we'll talk about that in a sec.
They come after you and get you from behind. What is it?
I'm sorry. I didn't scare you, did I?
You're an older classman. Giggity, giggity.
Okay, so I had one what I had in there I didn't like, and I was trying to come up with something, and Chris Patton, who plays Hajime, he said, can I try something? And I said, sure, yeah, go ahead, whatever. Because I'll take a good line I'll take a good joke from anybody. I mean, I'm not proud.
Huh? What's the catch?
Oh my god, their stuck is in the toilet! And now they have fruit salads, chicken tenders, and tofu fries!
Why would you eat there? Didn't you see Super Size Me?
They had a coupon in the paper, and I know what a tight ass you are. Besides, they've got an Eon Flux Giggity Meal.
What? An Eon Flux Giggity Meal? Yes, yes! Oh my god, a pocket-sized Charlie's Theron of my very own to carry around with me all day long? Sweet! There is a god!
Better get extra napkins with yours.
And some of them, if the actors said the funny line, fuck yeah, it went in the show.
I'm late! There are gonna be a lot of Giggity Meals!
So he said giggity giggity, and I thought it sounded funny, and he thought it was funny, and I was like, well, if you think it's funny, and Adam, my engineer, laughed, and I was like, okay, I don't really get it, but sure, if you think it's funny, I'm in and let's move on. Because, we didn't have a whole lot of time, and so I was like, it works, yeah, good, let's go on, let's move on. Because we had only so much studio time to do this in.
Pardon me, I'm kinda hungry. Hey! We still haven't eaten yet! Let's hit McGiggity! Yeah! You're treating, Leo.
What? Why me?
Why? Because Jewish people rock!
Finally! Please, here I
Can
come!
we all kind of like go someplace cheaper?
So I didn't know it was a Family Guy thing. If I would have known that, I would have been, for two reasons. One, I would have been, like, oh, we can't do that because they already do that. I don't want to look like we're copying. So I didn't know. If I would have known, I would have said, no, we can't do it. But the other reason I would have said no is I hate Seth MacFarlane. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know a lot of you like him, and I know some of you compare Ghost Stories to Seth MacFarlane, but I don't like Seth MacFarlane. Trey Parker, Matt Stone, South Park, I love those guys. And usually there's two camps. You either like Seth MacFarlane or you like Parker and Stone. And I'm in the Parker and Stone camp. But some people like both, but I'm not a big Seth MacFarlane fan, so I wouldn't quoted him anyway. A lot of people wonder why some of the cussing gets bleeped in some of the episodes and other episodes they're not. And it's really that all the front ones, everything before Volume 5, which starts, I think, with the snow episode at the Snow Lodge, Everything before that, we were just real hesitant about it, but we still wanted to use a word like, because, you know, sometimes fuck is just a great word. Cussing is good. A lot of people always said I just cuss to be cussing in my scripts, and I wasn't. All the people I know cuss. I think my parents are the only ones I know who don't cuss. My children cuss. I mean, everybody I know cusses. It's just our language. It's just the language we use. We don't think anything offensive about it. It's just another word to us. We all cuss like sailors. I came up with this substitute for it, and everybody laughed, and so we just kept doing it a couple times, and it's just Pig Latin, but it's funny, Pig Latin.
What in the fizzity-yuck is that? What the fizzity-yuck was that?
Let's fizzity-yuck and find out!
Some of you have commented in the YouTube comment section, you said that, like, this is how real kids would talk. And it's like, I agree with you, and so that's how I did it, even though probably not elementary school kids, or I hope not elementary school kids talk like that. But if they do, so what? I mean, you know, whatever.
Yeah, take it, bitch, like that? Ah, didn't get to shoot her. What the fizzity-yuck?
One of the sources I was looking at when I was preparing for all of these videos was I looked at, it's called TV Tropes, and they have like all these shows, and they have like categories of jokes that are used in certain shows, and they have one on ghost stories, and they called out a joke that I never saw anybody in the comments ever notice. So I guess some of you did notice it, but I never saw anyone that did, but the TV Tropes people did. It's real subtle, and it's said a couple times, and then like 10 episodes go by until we bring it back again with a twist. See this, and let me know in the comments section if you guys got this one when you first watched the show. TV Tropes did, so maybe y'all did too, but here's the next running joke.
You mean you actually heard it? Get out!
It's the piano ghost of the music room. All the kids are talking about it. That and the head cheerleader getting pregnant. Big story. To put it accurately, a person who hears the music piece the piano ghost plays for release 4 times all the way through will die. And the cheerleader's carrying twins.
Fine, die. See if I care.
Hey, that's it! I must have been preoccupied with the cheerleader story. I should have thought of it.
Oh my god, did that spell work? You know, like the one where you write your name in an eraser? I hear the head cheerleader's having an abortion. A slut?
It worked. Shut up, get out. You shut up, get out.
Yeah, so the abortion thing was a nice twist of it. So yeah, the abortion thing. I don't mean to get all political or anything like that, but I just want to go on the record as saying that if I was a woman, I wouldn't want anyone telling me what I had to do with my body. And if men could get pregnant, we wouldn't even be having this conversation, because there would be drive-through abortion clinics everywhere. One more thing I'd like to say: the Christian in me would like to remind everybody that abortion equals lying, abortion equals divorce, abortion equals adultery, all the other sins. So until you get your shit together about your lying and your divorcing and your adultery and all your other shit, you need to kind of take a look at not being so about people and abortions. And some people don't think abortion's wrong. So your morality needs to get out of their morality. Same thing with the people don't want to make gay cakes. You know, I get it. Personally, if I was getting married, I wouldn't want, if you didn't want to make a gay cake, I wouldn't, I'd say, fuck you, I wouldn't give you my money. But I don't think it's right that you discriminate against gay people and you just do it because it's a job. I mean, I didn't do fucking shows I didn't like, and I did it. It was my job. I did it because it was right. It was moral to do. I didn't discriminate. And that's all I'm saying on it. Don't leave a comment or anything like that. All you pro-lifers, don't get jumping on my ass. You can have your opinion all you want. Your opinion needs to stay your opinion, though. And you need to not make your opinion someone else's law. Thank you. And on with the show. Here's another running joke we're not doing.
You're strong. I'm gonna have to remember that when I move offices.
Hopefully offices in another school.
I'm sorry, what?
You're pretty.
Thanks. All right, let's go.
Fine.
Matthew Greenfield and little Donnie Rush! I expelled you two last week! Come back here! You take those boxes inside. I'll be right back.
What?
If Jin Chung is here too, you're in big trouble.
The names she said when the teacher was yelling at the kids and she was using those names, those are all ADV directors. So that's an inside joke. Inside jokes are a running joke in ghost stories, and the inside jokes have their own video. So there's a whole video dedicated to that, so I encourage you to look at that. Because it tells a lot of scoop about shit that, you wouldn't usually know about. And, I couldn't say this stuff when I worked there, but, I don't work there anymore, and nobody's kept me a check, so I can tell you all of the source scoop I want. So, but it shares a lot of industry secrets and stuff like that, so it's kind of juicy, but you might like it.
So I'm nailing this midget when my mom walks in. And then the midge screams out, "What? Hang on, I got company. What does she want? I'm telling a story here!
It's probably that damn midget story again. Listen, Hajime, stop having your midget girlfriend call me.
And then my mom walks in.
Hajime!
What?
There's no greater compliment to me than when people post comments and they say like, I'm gay and I think this is funny, or I'm black and I laughed my ass off, or I'm Jewish and I wasn't offended at all. You got it. You understood that we were just joking and no one means it. That's why we offended everybody, because we thought if we offend everybody, they're gonna know this is bullshit and then we don't mean anything. It's just jokes. I haven't ever asked anybody personally what they thought until one of the phlebotomists at the clinic I go to, is a little person, and she's black. And I was getting off the elevator, and she was getting on, and I turned back around, I went inside, jumped in the elevator, and I said, hi, I'm so sorry. I said, I can't remember your name. I said, I'm Steven, and she told me her name, and reminded me what her name was, because she'd taken my blood before. And I said, I want to ask you something, is little people the term that you prefer, and sorry if I use the word now, but is midget offensive to you? Is that offensive to you? And she said, yeah, it's just like saying the N-word. And I was like, oh shit, thank you for saying that. And then I was so nervous and felt bad, I got out of the elevator, or she got off the elevator rather, and I was just standing there, and I was like, fuck, I didn't ask her the real question, which is like, if you saw a movie and someone was using those terms, would you be offended at it because it wasn't someone calling you that, it was a character in a show calling someone else that or using that term? The weird thing is Ghost Stories has not been canceled, and it's really strange, and I hope to cover this in another video. I don't know if I'm gutsy enough to, but it's very strange that Ghost Stories had its big explosion at the exact same time that cancel culture was starting, and Black Lives Matter, and Me Too came, and I don't know what that means. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's okay that like a show, like these characters are using that language? I would like to know, because my big fear is that like, and if you are one, don't like my show. But my big fear is that everyone who likes it is a white supremacist. I don't use these words with friends or family. I don't use these terms. In fact, I do because I am one. But, I don't use these terms in real life. But in the show, it was a show, so we did. I'd like to know y'all's opinion about it, because it's one of the big mysteries that I'd answered about the show. I think it's an important thing to talk about, especially when some people are offended, and when I have seen them make comments on YouTube, I've said, I'm really sorry we offended you. We really didn't mean anything by it. We were just trying to be funny. We didn't have hate in our hearts. It was no intent behind it. It was just, we made these characters terrible.
How high are you? Hi.
Yeah, we make fun of Japan or Japanese things, and not really make fun of them. Sometimes we just quote them because it's fun. It sounds funny, just linguistically, it sounds funny. So, and that's a running joke in the show as well, and we're not going to cover that. That's another video, so check that out. I think it's called No Time to Japanic or something. There's Time to Japanic or something like that, where we use the language right along with the English, and we don't even explain why, we just do it. Nani? Shit like that.
Wow. Crazy. You're crazy, girl.
Okay, the first episode is, compared to the others, is really tame. There's some good lines that, like, have you ever accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? Principals always look like lesbians. But it's relatively tame compared to the others. But so many people, which I'm so surprised about, mentioned in the comments,
Hey there, what are you kids doing here? School's over. Go home, you sillies.
No, thanks.
Oh, nice cat. Yeah, such a pretty cat.
I don't know if it's a running joke that anyone got, but every time there was a minor character, like a one-liner or a supporting character that like was easy, didn't have an identity, I made him gay. It kind of started with Andrew Love, I think, when he was playing this teacher. He said, "Can I make him gay?" And I said, "Sure," because I don't know why straight people always want to play gay. They just love it. They just, like in high school, we had Sadie Huggins dance, or Halloween. Every time Halloween came around, fucking every football player was in drag. So these are all the gay characters you might have missed, but yeah, all the supporting characters are gay.
Wait for me!
Well, what do we have here? A class cutter. Well, the bigger boys in detention are gonna love you.
Like the principal, I don't know if the principal's gay, but he does know about that the boys in detention are gonna love him. So, I don't know. He knows that, so something's up.
What do you want to talk about, Kada? It's not that rash again, is it?
I was just wondering if they were gonna cancel the Fine Arts Festival.
Oh, good God, you're the lead. Who are they going to replace you with? Tom Cruise?
It's a role where I get cursed by a ghost and almost die. I read about this actor once. He got a part just like that and then died under mysterious circumstances. Hajime, would you take my place for the lead role?
Me? No way. Have you seen the female lead? No thanks.
That's what I thought. Hey, maybe if the gymnasium catches fire, they'll cancel the show.
What?
I hope it does catch fire.
Pyro?
Okay, Kada may not seem overly gay, but he's in drama. He gets a little whiny little bitch about about the show, and he gets all excited when the gymnasium's gonna get all flamey. So I made him gay.
Oh, cursed hanging clouds of black, an oppressive sky of blue! Unleash your dark lightning fury!
Oh.
Aren't you glad we came, Howard? They're so cute.
They're not that cute. For the last time, we are not having kids together.
Momoko, what is Ketchero doing? No clue.
Lunchtime, BJ? I'm in, dude.
You guys gotta see what's happening at the old schoolhouse. Serious, bitch!
So why'd they close off the tunnel anyway?
Years ago, people went in there, but they didn't come out. Not unlike your sister.
Hey man, let's get off the sisters. Especially since I just got off of yours.
I like his sister. She's one hot chulo.
I know that you're gay. Oh, great. You'll like this, someone's on my ass.
There's a group of guys I met at a rest stop last week who just love her.
Temple of the Dolls?
What scares me is how he knows about this.
Okay, everybody be cool. Act natural. I'm getting this huge Boogie Nights vibe.
It's not by Mattel, but I guess we'll take her in. File it, Toby.
Yes, Daddy.
I'm a little fuzzy on the doll temple concept.
Young Mantis weep for Cheetah.
Still fuzzy.
I am a member of a club of aging homosexuals, most of us in publishing. On holidays, we come to this temple, get really baked, and put in a Joan Crawford movie. We reenact the film with our dolls.
I mean, you can tell even like the guy, like the assistant to the temple priest, is like, yes, steady. And that's me, by the way, so I could save some money and not hire an actress. That's me going in there.
Definitely a math deficient lesbian with scoliosis. What is it with me and lesbians?
Okay, as far as the DJ Ghost, I just took off the animation there. And I mean, you see she's feeling Satsuki up. I mean, she's going up her skirt. And I was like, well, I'm not making this shit up. I mean, it's just obviously there. So I didn't make this one gay. I think they were already gay. And it was funny that Satya says, what is it about? What is it about me and lesbians? And Hillary read the line so great. I just think these reads are great. But the tenant, the guy in the apartment.
So what? Those who want to die should be able to come fork in if they want to.
But this chick's
If
hot.
I were you, young fella, I'd spend less time worrying about her and more about you.
Oh, perfect. He's gay.
I did notice he looked at me quite enticingly. Probably the Republican mayor of Spokane.
Come on. If I save her, there's no way she wouldn't sleep with me.
Stay here. Momoko, don't let the closet mayor get him.
And that's either me or Swayze. I can't remember, but I kind of think that's me doing that voice, jumping in the booth again. Because I'm good in the booth for like a line or two, but not after that. But the Mayor of Spokane thing, this is way back in, so if anywhere you didn't get that joke and you didn't Google it to find out, the Mayor of Spokane was this guy who like voted against all gay, anti-gay legislation he was all for, and like super, right wing. I don't know if he was religious or just Republican about it, but he was just like, no gay, no gay. Well, this motherfucker got caught at an airport bathroom stall playing footsie with a straight guy, trying to go like, hey, let's jack off together. Let's get in the booth together and fuck. And the guy was straight. He's like, fuck this faggot's trying to put the moves on me. And it was like, it wound up being the mayor of Spokane, who was this guy. So like, I don't mind if you're in the closet. You can be in the closet all you want. It's your own business. No one should force you out. If you don't want to be out, that's fine. But if you're in the closet and you're anti-gay in public, motherfucker, you better shut the fuck up. Change your political view or come out. You can't do it both ways because that's dick. You're a dick. So, and I find it very strange that all these religious people are always the ones the priests are the ones fucking the little boys. It's the televangelists are the ones sleeping around with three-ways, and like, what's his name? Falwell, who's like fucking the wife in front of, they're having the pool boy fuck the wife in front of him and shit like that. It's like, these people are the last people who need to be judging anybody about sex because they're bigger freaks than we are. And we're freaks. This is so fun getting this off my chest. I hope I'm not offending anyone. It's my channel. I can do whatever I want. And I've kept my mouth shut for too fucking long.
No one is wearing these scarves to look good. The reason these scarves are making a comeback is because of the curse of the Headless Rider.
Headless Rider?
Kind of like the Headless Horseman, but not. No, this guy is a member of a gay leather Hells Angels club. Or was. You see, one day on the way to their annual homosexual orgy at Burning Man, this guy stood up on his bike and was mooning this family in a station wagon. So he was looking at the hot jock teenager in the back seat, this is pre-condom 70s, and didn't see the low-hanging overpass. Well, needless to say, when this dude went looking for head the next time, it took on a whole different meaning.
That's where she was?
She looked like one of the man girls from Paris is Burning. Huh? You shut the curtains already? I don't want that drag queen nurse peeking in at me. Drag queens won't bother you. Worry about priests. Sorry I'm late. Mr. Sakata was being an ass. She's back! RuPaul! It's like the grind game. If you lay even a finger on Catcher, I'll kick your ass, you HMO hobo! I come from a long line of quasi-lesbian ghost killers! I'm not afraid of your ugly, draggy ass! Don't piss her off! You know how lesbians can get!
As far as the nurse, this was in 2005, and at the time I did not know any trans people. I knew a couple of drag queens just socially, but I didn't, and they were like totally guys when they were out of drag. But I never really was clear on the distinction between trans versus drag queen versus if you're a trans woman and you like a woman, are you a lesbian, or are you straight then if you like a man? I just didn't know, because it was knowledge that I didn't have. And I thought those kids wouldn't know either. So I had them say different things like, one time she's a drag queen, when RuPaul, Paris is Burning, Crying Game, Marilyn Manson. I mean, they wouldn't know what she was either.
I have a great rack, awesome legs, and a cute butt. Do you have a penis? And a big... What? A penis. I know you're kind of manly, but I doubt you have what Maki's looking for. You see, Maki is a filthy anal pirate and gives oral pleasure to men.
Oh my god, don't you look fabulous? But I totally see why you called. She needs help.
I know, she has no sense of style. I'm sick of it! I'm pretty!
Yeah, Momoko's told me you couldn't get a man to save your life. And girl, I can see why. Mommy wasn't very attractive, was she?
Watch it, friend of Dorothy.
Okay, a confession on this. This is the Maki character, the hairdresser, which, hairdresser's, it's stereotypical gay. I didn't know I never met a Maki before until like after I did Ghost Stories, and a Maki was a girl. And I didn't know, and we don't get briefs. We didn't get briefs on this stuff. It wasn't that formal and you got like a debrief. I mean, it was anime in the early days. You just got the shit out. You just recorded it. You got a translation. You go. And I didn't know Maki was a girl in the show. She was genderless to me, and I just assumed, because I'm like obviously homophobic or something, I just thought, well, he's a hairdresser, he's gay. I didn't know it was a woman. It was a girl. Maki was a girl. Maki's a girl in the original Ghost Stories. I didn't know that. So that's just a confession. I just thought, and it worked. But yeah, I didn't know Maki was a girl. I didn't purposefully make the girl a gay man. I thought it was a gay man. So there.
Have you men noticed how huge my box looks in these new uniforms? Look out, Ted!
We're ready to blow, sir!
All right, everyone withdraw.
Sir, yes, sir!
My voice isn't usually this bassy, but it makes the men respect me more.
Come on, didn't you know that Ted guy was gay? The look out, Ted guy was gay? The signs were all there. I mean, the box, and this he jumps on the guy. Like, I mean, my voice isn't usually this bassy. It's probably lispy or something like that. I don't know, but I mean, you should have known he was kind of gay. I mean, you should have been savvy to that, I would think. I hope you liked the episode. Look for the second one, part 2. Please subscribe, leave a comment about one of the issues that I talked about, or whatever you want to talk about. Leave a comment about. Share with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. I mean, all my friends know I'm gay, and I have a really close friend. Her brother's gay, and we were talking about stuff one night in her backyard, drinking and by the pool and stuff. And she's super liberal, super cool, and I could tell that there was. I just knew. Because I knew that there was something on her mind. And like, there's something she wanted to ask. Whether she was hemming around or she was staring, I could read it in her eyes. But I just knew what she wanted to ask. And I said, you want to know about anal sex, don't you? And she goes, yes, I do. And it was like this was the question that she'd been burning in her mind, which I think is so universal. I think it's universal. I think that people want to know, because it's not talked about. No one's describing it. Just like sex, when straight sex, you don't know when you're a little kid, you don't know how it happens or what it's about, and it's because the mystery that confounds you. It's the thing, and I think the lack of knowledge is what frustrates some people, and I think leads to some of the prejudice that I think so. So I told her, I said, yes, if you're a bottom, you douche. We all douche. Bottoms douche. We're clean as a whistle. I don't know if this is going to piss anybody off or not, but I kind of don't care. I don't see a lot of old fucking Republican straight guys going to the library and reading children's books to kids, but I see the drag queens doing it, and they're not doing it because they're child molesters. They're doing it because they care about kids. Because a lot of these men are family men. They're mothers. They're fathers. They just do drag because they do drag. It's a costume. It's a thing. Some are gay, some are not. But they're going to the library and sharing joy with children. And I don't think anybody that's bitching about that is going and doing it. So shut the fuck up and be thankful that they're giving something to the kids that you're not giving them. That's my 2 cents. That's the end of this message. And thank you for listening.